Good morning, Team Alabama. We are ready for chapter 15 in 42. This is 42 is not just a number. Please turn to chapter 15, and that is on page 73, Stealing Home, June 24th to 1947. By late June, the Dodgers were in second place in the league, and Jackie's teammates knew that he was a big factor in helping them get there. He was their top home run hitter, with a batting average of around 300. He was among the National League's top hitters, run scorers, and base stealers to capture the pennant. The Dodgers needed to win every game. Past glories didn't count. On June the 24th, 35,000 people packed Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. Fritz Ostermuller was on the mound for the Pirates. When the two teams had met earlier in June, Ostermuller hit Jackie on the left wrist with a fastball. It was the 7th time in 2 months that a pitcher had intentionally hit Jackie. It was the top of the 5th, 1 out. The score was tied 2-2. Ostermuller walked Dodger Al Gianfrido. Jackie hit a grounder toward third and made it to first base, but Gianfrido was beat out at second. 2 outs. Carl Furillo hit a long drive to left field and sailed to first. Jackie raced off first and made it to third with ease. Dodger slugger Dixie Walker was up. Ostermuller turned to check on Jackie, who was bouncing on his toes, dancing and prancing off third base as if ready to steal home. The second Ostermuller took his eyes off him. Jackie's antics thrilled the fans, but drove pitchers crazy. It was hard to concentrate on your next pitch if you had to keep looking back and sideways to figure out what Jackie Robinson was going to do next. Ostermuller was determined not to let Jackie unnerve him and turned his focus to striking out Walker. Besides, Jackie trying to steal home just didn't make any sense. As fast as Jackie was, Ostermuller's pitch would reach home plate before Jackie could, and the catcher would easily tag Jackie out. Ostermuller threw his first pitch to Walker. Ball 1. Pitch 2. Another ball. On the third pitch, Furillo took off and stole second. Jackie waited for Ostermuller's next pitch to Walker. He knew Ostermuller's windup was always slow. So as soon as the fourth pitch left his hand, Jackie streaked down the third base line, and the ball hit the catcher's mitt. The catcher reached out to tag Jackie, but it was too late. Jackie had slid in and scored, and the Dodgers took the lead 3-2. In the top of the 7th, they expanded their lead to win the game 4-2. Seated near the Dodger dugout, Branch Rickey heard the crowd roar its delight, and he chuckled to himself. Yes, he had chosen the right man, not just for his incredible athletic ability and dignity, but also for his fearlessness on the field. Chapter 16, The Public Speaks, July of 1947. Jackie stared at the huge pile of fan mail. There were many other letters, too, hate mail and threatened violence against him and his family. Unfortunately, the threatening letters were always sent anonymously, meaning they weren't signed. So the police couldn't track them. All sorts of Americans, black and white, of different ages and backgrounds from all parts of the country wrote to Jackie. He was empowering black people and teaching white Americans that what mattered was talent, hard work, and character, not the color of a person's skin. G. Gilbert Smith, the first African-American machinist to be hired in his factory of 400 men, wrote, "I know what you are going through because I went through the same thing in a much smaller way. They did all the little dirty, underhanded things to me that they must be doing to you. I couldn't fight back because my side never would have been considered in a showdown. I know how much guts it takes to go out on that field and play the kind of ball you're playing under such pressure. If I can raise my boy to be half the man that you are, I'll be a happy father." T.S. Washington, a bellman at the Eaton Hotel in Wichita, Kansas, wrote, "Saw you play in Wichita and also in St. Louis, and decided that I wanted to name my expected child for the first Negro in league baseball, and above that a good sport and a gentleman, something our race needs as bad as they do a square deal. Little Jackie Lee was born 8/15 of 47 at 2 p.m., a girl. Letters of support came from some unexpected places, too. I happen to be a white Southerner rooting for you to make good. I know that very few of us whites can understand the terrific pressure put on you. But I know at least that you are doing every bit as good a job for your race as a Booker T. Washington, a George Washington Carver, or a Marian Anderson. I should also say that you're doing a darn fine job for all Americans. Stick to it, kid. You've got a lot more friends in this country of ours than enemies. 6th graders from Connecticut wrote to Commissioner Chandler reminding him of America's promise of equality. Not all of us are Dodger fans, but we still think that Jackie Robinson should play on any major team in the leagues. All who are Americans have equal rights as citizens and should be able to do as others can do, even if his race is different. We all are born the same, eat the same, and sleep the same. Why can't we play the same? Why not give everyone an equal chance? That July, 3 more black athletes, Larry Doby for the Cleveland Indians, Hank Thompson, and Willard Brown for the St. Louis Browns, were signed. It seemed integration in the majors was here to stay. Okay, that's the end of chapter 16. We're going to stop there for today. Please add a few more facts to your list. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day, Team Alabama.